Welcome to our creepy cinematics universe. The first horror story, The Haunting of Willow Manor. At the edge of a dense forest stood Willow Manor, a crumbling mansion shrouded in whispers of unspeakable horrors. Legend had it that the spirits of the cursed family that once resided there still roamed the decaying halls, seeking vengeance on any who dared to enter. One stormy night, a group of thrill-seekers decided to test their bravery and explore the supposedly haunted manor. As they crossed the threshold into the dilapidated foyer, a chill ran down their spines, and the air grew thick with a sense of malevolence. The group split up to investigate the different wings of the manor, each room darker and more foreboding than the last. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinthine corridors, strange noises echoed through the halls, and shadows danced at the corners of their vision. In one room, a young woman named Emily felt a cold hand brush against her neck, sending her screaming into the arms of her companions. In another, a man named David swore he heard whispers beckoning him to the attic, where the darkness seemed to pulse with a sinister energy. As they gathered in the grand ballroom, a sudden gust of wind extinguished their lanterns, plunging them into darkness. In the blackness, they felt a presence surrounding them, a heavy weight pressing down on their chests, suffocating them with fear. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the haunting ceased. The lanterns flickered back to life, illuminating the empty ballroom. The group stumbled out of Willow Manor, shaken to their cores, swearing never to return to that cursed place. But as they drove away, a figure watched from the shadows of the forest, its eyes filled with malice and a hunger for souls. Our second story is The Ghost Ship of Blackwater Bay. Blackwater Bay was known for its treacherous waters and the countless ships that had met their doom on its rocky shores. But none were as infamous as the Ghost Ship, a vessel wreathed in mist and shadow that appeared only on stormy nights, luring sailors to their deaths. Captain Marcus Drake had heard the legends of the Ghost Ship and scoffed at the superstitions. Determined to prove his bravery, he set sail into the heart of Blackwater Bay, his crew grumbling with unease as the storm clouds gathered overhead. As the winds howled and the waves crashed against the hull, the ghost ship emerged from the mist, its tattered sails billowing in the gale. Marcus steered his ship closer, ignoring the warnings of his crew, his eyes fixed on the ghostly vessel ahead. A sense of dread settled over the crew as they boarded the phantom ship, their footsteps echoing on the rotting deck. Shadows flitted in the corners of their vision, and strange whispers filled the air, speaking of lost souls and eternal torment. In the captain's cabin, Marcus found a logbook detailing the doomed voyage of the ghost ship, captained by a man consumed by madness and driven to murder his own crew. As he read the final entry, a cold hand closed around his throat, and a voice whispered in his ear, promising a fate worse than death. With a cry of terror, Marcus fled the cabin, racing back to his ship as the ghost ship vanished into the mist. The storm abated, the waters calm once more, but the horror of that night would haunt Marcus for the rest of his days, a ghostly specter forever at his heels. Third and last story, The Curse of Ravenwood Forest. Ravenwood Forest was a place of ancient magic and dark secrets, where the trees whispered tales of those who had ventured too deep and never returned. The locals spoke in hushed tones of a curse that hung over the forest, driving men mad with fear and twisting their minds to darkness. When a group of university students set out to explore Ravenwood Forest for a research project, they thought it would be just another academic pursuit. But as they delved deeper into the shadowed depths of the forest, they felt a sense of unease creeping over them, a primal fear that refused to be ignored. Strange symbols appeared carved into the trees, marking a path that seemed to lead nowhere and everywhere at once. The air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding, and the students found themselves lost in a labyrinth of twisted branches and shifting shadows. As night fell and the forest grew darker, a chorus of whispers filled the air, speaking of ancient curses and vengeful spirits. One by one, the students vanished into the night, their screams echoing through the trees as they were consumed by the darkness. Only one student, a young woman named Sarah, emerged from Ravenwood Forest, her eyes haunted and her mind filled with visions of unspeakable horrors. She stumbled into the town, warning the locals of the curse that dwelled within the forest, but her words fell on deaf ears. And as the moon rose over Ravenwood Forest, a figure watched from the shadows, a smile twisting its features with a hunger for more souls to claim. In the heart of darkness, where fear reigns supreme and the unknown lurks at every turn, the echoes of these three stories linger, a testament to the mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. Dare you venture into the shadows and uncover the truth that awaits? Or will you be consumed by the horrors that dwell within? The choice is yours, but remember, once you enter the realm of the unknown, there may be no turning back.